Hi guys, we are live. Let me adjust myself real quick. All right. I'll give everybody a few minutes to join and I'll go over the questions you guys submitted in regards to how to build clientele and we'll get started. All right. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Go ahead and enter any questions you have that you haven't submitted beforehand, but we're going to talk about how to build clientele in this session. And I'll give everybody about 5 minutes to join and we'll jump right in. But in the meantime, how is everybody doing? How's your week going? Feel free to chat and let me know how you're doing. Hi. I'm live now. It's okay. All right. Hi, ladies. Okay. We'll give you guys a couple more minutes. And some questions that we're gonna answer that people submitted. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations on the baby. It's definitely a lot of work with 2 kids. One was easier to manage, but very exciting stuff. Okay, some of the questions we're going to answer in this session is somebody asked, I have my certification, how have practice on friends and family, and I'm ready to take clients. What should be my first steps in order to build clientele? So that's one we will answer. Another person asked, any tips on how to build clientele in a new city where you don't know? What else? How to have clients if they find out you're new at lashing. Perfect. Yes, we are going to talk about how to build clientele and what advice I have for new lash artists. So we'll definitely cover all those topics today for those of you that are here live and everybody else that's pre-submitted their questions because they couldn't be here live. Okay, so it's 11:05 now Pacific time. I'll go ahead and get started, and everybody else that joins later, they can. And we will also record this session and make it available for you guys to rewatch later in case somebody missed anything. But to start off with, I'm gonna break it down into what I recommend for somebody that is either brand new or fairly new or has been struggling to build clientele, where to start. Okay, so some common mistakes that people make initially for building clientele is first, even when they have that one client or two clients, right? They don't take the time to build a relationship with them. So that's very important. And from my experience, I found that super helpful because anytime I built my relationship with my clients, I found that they were more likely to refer me to their sorry, 1 second. Let me check my phone real quick. Okay, there we go. All right, so yes, building building relationship with your clients. So anytime I found that I was building the relationship with my clients, they were more likely to refer their friends and family to me. They're more likely to tell anybody about my services because at this point they get to know you and build a personal relationship with you and are more likely to try to help you out. So when you are lashing, even though a lot of times we do want to give our clients a chance to take a nap and relax during that service, you can kind of try to get to know them and bond with them in the beginning before you start the service if you don't like chatting while you're lashing, and maybe afterwards too, just some questions to really build that bond. So that's one mistake a lot of people make. They get scared to kind of talk to their clients and get to know them. A second thing is for you to have and memorize a solid system of consultations, okay? So consulting with your clients. So in order for you to do that, you want to make sure you have everything set. You want to have some visuals, some pictures. You want to have a set like styles and prices. You don't want to wing that in the beginning and kind of charge whatever you feel like at that moment for that specific client because you're not sure, especially when you're new. So you want to make sure you do have a system of where you're going to consult and you know how you're going to charge them based on what the client wants, right? But of course, before you get to this point, is we have to get the clients within the door for you, and we're gonna cover that as well. So don't you worry. But for the few clients, when somebody's starting out, the ones that you do have, these are the mistakes you don't want to make because once we do get the clients within the doors, it's kind of more important to retain them and build off of those clients compared to finding new clients, right? Sometimes our repetitive or our continuing clients are more value to us compared to our getting new clients. So let's make sure that when we are going to get the new clients, we're not going to make these mistakes and we're going to get them and grow our clientele, right? So next thing we want to do that people don't do usually is you want to network with your local businesses. So if you are a studio or if you are working part of a salon and let's say you're only doing eyelash extensions or you're doing a few different services, you want to find related local businesses that you guys can refer clients back and forth to each other. So take your brochures, take your business cards, and literally go and get to know your neighbors, your business neighbors, and see how you guys can help each other out. So even if it's let's say something super unrelated like a tire shop, right? So that's super unrelated, but it still doesn't hurt for you to stop by and say, hey, if you want to treat your wife or anybody that you know that would like eyelash services, here's my business card, spread the word. Do you guys have an area where I can leave my business cards for your customers? You can go ahead and do that for all your neighboring businesses because that's where your local traffic or your local clientele is most likely visiting as well. um Another good way to partner with businesses also is within social media, is with collaboration. So if you see anybody is local within your area and is not doing the same services that you're doing, for example, let's say you're just doing lashes and then you see that somebody within your area is doing hair or makeup and they're not doing lashes, you can talk to them and say, hey, you know if you have a client that's also interested in eyelash extensions, would you refer them to me and I'll return the favor to you and refer my hair and makeup clients to you since those are the services you provide. You guys will be shocked at how much word of mouth and this type of networking really helps a business. That's one way that I was initially able to grow in the beginning. And like I said, word of mouth is incredible. So no matter how much ads you can do, social media posts you can do, word of mouth is the best way to grow and get the clients literally in your door. Because even if you ask yourself, how do you know or how do you trust places to go to if you've never heard of them, right? The first place we ask or first people we ask is the people we know, is our friends and family. We ask them first to see if they know anybody, or if we see the service on them, we ask them and say, hey, where did you get your eyelashes done, or where did you get your nails done, right? So these are really like simple but very effective ways of growing or bringing in new clientele. One other thing you want to do is also you want to follow up with your current clients. Okay. Some people, anytime they have clients, they fail to follow up with them in order to make sure that they love their service, to make sure that there's nothing that is missing. So make sure that they have their next appointment coming up. Follow up. I can't say that enough. So even if it's just a simple call to ask them, hey, how are your lashes doing? Is there anything else that you need from me? Do you have your next fill appointment set? I have few availabilities 2 weeks from now. Would you like me to set one for you? Don't be afraid to literally pick up the phone, call, or text your customers. And again, that's also part of building your relationship with them. Okay. That's how you're going to be able to retain them. And sometimes your clients also need a reminder to book appointments. So it doesn't hurt to give them the little extra push of a reminder. Okay. Um, Another way that you guys can build your clientele is usually bundle offers that they cannot refuse. So you should know your client base. For me, for example, if it's an eyelash client, I know my clients, if they like to get a full set, they're going to love to get a fill, right? So if I offer them pay for a full set and get a fill for free, that could be a very attractive package to give out as a new lash artist for people to come and try my services, right? Because they're basically getting one service free by trying out the full set. So that's one effective way. And again, like the bundle of it is give them an offer they can't refuse. So if you're doing other services, you can bundle it together. You can do the free eyebrow waxing with the full set, anything that your clients or even you would be pleased with as a offer that they cannot refuse is a good idea to offer as a new lash artist to attract it. And you can, again, print this on flyers, give it to your local businesses, even in your neighborhoods, pass it out, stand in front of your store if you're at a physical store or salon, and give it out to walking traffic. Because again, this is local people. You want to make sure you get the word about your special. Okay. And of course, social media is huge and it's free also to post. Make sure you, even if it's new and you don't have any followers, just go ahead and create all your social media accounts and start posting, right? Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get the message out there. Even if 5 people see your post, it's better than nothing, because those 5 people can potentially be your customers. Then those 5 people can tell 5 of their friends, and then your clientele can grow exponentially. And make sure you're using hashtags, you're using your local locations as hashtags, and tagging the location of where you're at with whichever services you're providing and doing the sale or special on. That's how new people are also going to be able to come across your posts who are local to you compared to your post disappearing. Okay. So, like I said, sometimes it feels intimidating if you're new and you don't have a following for you to post and you get no likes or no comments. Don't worry about that. Just keep posting and all of that will follow. And like I said, even if it's 2 people seeing it, for you to have a successful eyelash business, it doesn't mean you have to have amazing following and also feel like you're an influencer on social media. In the beginning, I probably had maybe the most like 200 followers on the Yegi Beauty page, but I was fully booked and I was making a lot of money with my clients. So it's not fully related to each other. So I want to let you guys know not to focus on that so much and get intimidated or scared that it's not going to work for you. Like the building client part compared to just, actually doing good services and spreading the word. Okay. What else can you do? Let's see. Are there any questions? Of course. Good. You're welcome about the partnership idea. I'm glad that's helping. Make sure you have. Okay, so another big part of it, and I've touched on this before, is you want to make sure your online presence, if it's brand new or if it's established, your online presence is very important. So you want to make sure you search your business name or your name, if it's social media or just on Google, and see what information comes up. Okay, is there reviews that tell people who you are, what services you provide, how good you are? If there are no reviews, that's probably something you want to work on, and you want to ask your clients or family and friends, whoever you've worked on that can go write an honest review about you, because the reviews are going to help you a lot when somebody new comes across your page. Because we, as humans, we do really read other people's opinions before we give a new business a try. If we are to even buy a product and the reviews are poor on it, we're most likely not going to buy it. So it's the same thing with services. You want to make sure if somebody were to come across your page or your website online, is it going to be attractive for them to try you for the first time? Are there other people telling the world, whoever comes across your page or website, of how good you are, right? So that's one thing you guys have to also get in the practice of, to ask every single one of your clients to make sure to make sure to write a review, right? Don't be afraid to ask, because unless you ask, they're more likely not going to write one, because as humans, we can also be lazy. So if you ask as a favor to them, what I would do to my clients, especially the ones that after I was done with their service and they would say how much they love their eyelashes, I would literally tell them, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm glad you love them. Can you please, 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 just like right now, go write a quick review? It helps me out a lot. And literally 90% of the time, whoever I asked nicely, they did it as a favor, because again, most people, if they do love a service and you do build a relationship, they like you, they want to help you out. Most people are good in the world. We have faith in good people, right? So if you do ask, they do deliver and they do it. um Referral program. Okay, so another thing, we did talk about word of mouth and referrals, but one way you can actually make that referral program more attractive is you can give your clients, the ones that are referring clients to you, like a discount. So you can give it $10 off, $20 off their service if they're referring a friend. And more likely, they will help you spread the word if there's also something in it for them. And you can do the same referral program with the local businesses you're partnering up with. You can send them goodies, or you can have some sort of a discount or referral program for the businesses who are referring you. And the way you can know if who referred is in your new client application. You can have a section where it says, who referred you or how did you hear about us? And that's how you can reward the person who referred that client to you. And of course, the last but not least, these are all free ways, or these are all easy ways that it just takes time and effort to actually do all these things for you in order to grow your business. But you can also do paid promotions on social media. So with Facebook, Instagram, or almost TikTok, all of the social media platforms accept paid posts, and you can spend as little as $5 on each of the promotions to try to get your post to a bigger audience that is related to what you're talking about or what your service is about. So that's one good way also to try to grow your social media or try to grow your clientele. Okay, we got some extra questions. Clients for free to get experience. Okay, so somebody said, "Hi Yegi, I'm starting my lash business, and so far I've only done a few clients for free to get experience. I am now looking for into renting a space. Do you think it is too early without clientele?" It depends. If Okay, so for me, I don't think it's too early, but I am a risk taker. Okay, so it depends on your personality. If you're a risk taker and you like to jump into things and are very optimistic, and you're going to hope for the best and do whatever it takes to make sure that you build your clientele, then go for it. But if you are hesitant and you could be a little bit more pessimistic, and you think it might be harder and you have any doubts on yourself, then I would say maybe wait a little bit until you have some clients to at least cover your rent. I really think it's a personality thing, but I also believe that, if that's something you do, then you're going to start attracting the clients as well, because a lot of people do want to come to a actual space, a professional space, compared to mobile or in-home services. So like I said, just make sure that at least, because sometimes it can take 3 to 6 months to build clients. So to be smarter too, I would at least have some money saved up, so whatever rent you're going to be paying for your studio, that you can also you can at least cover your rent for 3 to 6 months, even if you were to get zero clients. So like that, you're not super stressed even if you jump into it. Worst case scenario, if you take a little longer to build the clients. Okay, second question, serious question and silly question. What is the best way to treat acne? Funny question. Okay, moving on to the other one. It's not related to this webinar, so I'm going to skip that one. Not special. I don't specialize in skincare, so that would be a good question for somebody else. And I am actually ticklish. Do you recommend starting out just offering classic sets as a beginner until you master hybrid and volume? Not necessarily. I would try to work on the skills of classic, hybrid, and volume all together, because you do want to have the variety for your customers. Because if you're just offering one type of service and they want something a little different, you're gonna lose that client you worked so hard to get, and we don't want to do that. So I would definitely try to use maybe some pre-made fans and some easy to fan eyelashes in order to accomplish a hybrid and a volume look when I'm new, compared to not offering it at all. And in your time while you're taking clients and in between, that's when you can take the time to practice perfecting your handmade fan, so then you can offer the hybrid and the volume as a whichever style that you would like to do, if it's the pre-made fans between the versus the handmade fans. But definitely know that you have options with those two styles too, if you are a beginner, by using those easier volume fans. And the ultimate look, it may vary a little bit, but for your clients, they rather get some sort of a hybrid or volume look than not have that option at all, so you don't lose the clients. Okay, moving on. I had some other questions. Okay, so somebody says that they're scared to get into the world of lashes. They're excited, but they're scared to start. Any advice? So, like I said, sometimes you just have to jump into it and take the leap of faith and just go for it, right? Unless you do, you're not going to know if you're going to be good at it or if you're going to be successful at it. But I do believe that any person who puts their mind to something, like really like puts their mind to it and doesn't give themselves the option of failure, they will see it through. So make sure that this is something you really want to do and your mind is set on that, like doing whatever it takes to be successful, right? Trying different things. If one thing doesn't work and you feel like you're failing at that one little task, you switch gears and you try something different until you accomplish your ultimate goal. So don't be scared. Use the resources. There's a lot of people like me out there too who are willing to help and kind of hold your hands through the journey. So ask questions. I think that's the best way. And don't recreate the wheel. Learn from other people that have already done it, and you will be right on your way to success. Okay, so some other questions. Okay, so somebody had asked, I have my certificate, I've practiced on friends and family, I'm ready to take clients. What should my first step be? Let's see, what would I recommend for your very first step be? Well, your first step should be for you to come up with your menu of services and how much you're going to charge. So you already have a template of what you provide. So then whenever the clients or whenever you get the message across and whoever is the right client for you, they will know what you're going to give them, right? So come up with your menu, come up with your social media pages, come up with your website, work on policies, because you also want to have policies in place with clients, like late policy or a cancellation policy. You want to have all those basics of the business down, and then really so you could really look professional as well, and then start taking your clients. And like I said, you have to treat yourself as a professional in order for the clients to know that you're a professional. So just get that message across that you are now taking clients and you are charging X amount for the service. And you can spread that word, like I said, on social media, on your website, word of mouth, print out some flyers, give it to your friends and family. Even if you stop by at a grocery store, give it to the clerks or whoever you see, wherever you see, you can hand them a flyer if you're really trying to do the most when you're just starting out to spread the word, right? Anything that you can do that can help, you should do it. You shouldn't be shy to do those things. Any tips on how to build clientele in a new city where you don't know anyone? So, for that question, I think everything I covered still relates. So, I would still do everything that I mentioned with the networking with local businesses, finding other people on social media that are close to you to partner with them, doing the paid or paid ads on social media, and also spreading the words with your current clients. Even if you have one or two, doing a referral program, giving out the cards to them as a referral bonus. So if they refer their friends, you give them a $10 off, for example. So I would do all of that. Even if you're in a new city, all of those strategies should work. What is a good way to promote when you have no clients and a new Instagram page? Um, like I said, all of that things will still work for that question. So I'm going to skip to the next one. How to have clients trust you when or if they find out you're new to lashing. Okay, so the one main thing that you want to work on is your consultation and your confidence and your kind of your elevator speech or pitch when you're new to lashing. So you have to find a way to sound confident and sound professional enough as a new lash artist for people to trust you to work on their eyelashes. So first, of course, practice, make sure you're good and that you can give the client what they want, and you want to literally stand in front of a mirror and practice what you would tell them. You can even write a script at first until you memorize it, but it can go something like this. Yes, I know I am new at lashing, but I have put in many hours and a lot of work to make sure that I'm going to give you the best set possible. And of course, if you are certified and trained by a known company or known person, that's also good to add. So you can say something like, and I'm also trained by Yegi Beauty, which I've learned from their years of experience, and I'm going to apply everything I learned within my new business. So even though I'm new, I can guarantee you my work is going to be to par of what you are expecting. So something along those lines to kind of give them a guarantee. And you can also say, if anything, if whatever we do, if there's anything that you don't like, I will give you the guarantee of redoing it for you or adjusting it for you. As a new lash artist, you kind of have to take some of these situations and kind of guarantee your client satisfaction. So like that, they feel comfortable because they trust you, that even if it's a set that they don't like, maybe you will redo it for them for free, or you will give them like a 50% discount, something like that. Of course, you don't want people to take advantage of it, but when you're brand new, the hardest thing is for people to trust you with their eyes. So if you can give them some sort of a guarantee, it would have them feeling more confident to go with you compared to somebody else. So that's what I would tell my girls to do at the salon, even if they were new. And of course, if you have somebody to vouch for you, you also want that person to kind of speak highly of you. So if it's your receptionist at the salon you're working for, or a friend that's referring the person to you, and even though you're new, they can say, hey, she's really new, but she's new, but she's really good, you should try her, at least give her a chance. Like, she's new, so she even takes her time and does everything perfect. She wants to make sure that all her clients love her sets, right? So that's something that you can work on with whoever's referring you the clients. Somebody also asked, do you recommend Groupon or anything like that, those discounted sites? So when you're brand new and you're having a hard time to build clientele, I would say yes, I do recommend Groupons. We have used Groupons in the past at our salon, and it has helped a lot of new people to build clientele, at least their base, and then you can stop doing it. Because with these Groupons and a lot of discounted services, you do end up really not making any money or much money that's going to be worth it for you as a lash artist. But if these clients come back to you for regular fills, then it might be worth it in the long run. You may be making money that way. But even if when you're new and you're doing services and barely making any money, I would say hang in there. It will be worth it in the long run, because at least you're getting the practice with these clients, and you're also getting the marketing, the word of mouth through these clients that you're doing the services on. So I would definitely recommend something like that if you're having a hard time building your initial clientele. Okay, so this is the last question I'll answer just because I'm running short on time. And then we'll go ahead and schedule our next live for next month, and you guys can feel free to join and ask any questions there. So it will be a general Q&A unless we come up with a mutually agreed topic that we want to just talk about during that live, okay? But it could be any Q&A, so save any questions you couldn't ask during this session. We'll answer next month. Okay, so the last one. I want to make all clients happy, but don't want to work such long days trying to accommodate everyone. What is the best way to keep my clients without sacrificing my rest? So what I get from this question is that this person's already pretty busy, or they're accommodating their clients during really weird and off hours to make sure that they don't lose them. What I would say is, if it's not working for you, you want to set your boundaries. It is very, very important for you in your business life and in your personal life to set those boundaries in order for you to overall be happy and provide the good service. So don't worry about losing the clients. If you figure out a happy medium of boundaries and accommodating clients, everybody will be happy. So don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm sorry, I don't work on Sundays. If that client really wants you and your services, they will find another day and time to come to you, right? A lot of times they probably think it is an option for you to be available for them 24/7, and that is why they're trying to have you accommodate all the time. And it's the same thing with the clients who are always making the habit of or rescheduling on you, and you keep accommodating. They basically, it comes down to you not having your down or having your boundaries with them in order for them not to take advantage of it. Yes, we do actually do online lash courses. You guys can check out our lash courses at yegibeauty.com. There's different ones that we do full on trainings for. But back to my question. So setting the boundaries and having like a set day and time where you take off and you don't take clients is really good for your mental health and for everybody overall. And like I said, you won't lose the clients once they realize, you are busy and they do respect you and the boundaries that you have set. So don't worry about that. Figure out a schedule that works with you and stick to it. Don't make too many accommodations, because I'm sure at this point it is frustrating, or you are already frustrated with doing that. And to be honest, once you do set boundaries and do set policies and you are not as available to accommodate and keep making changes and exceptions to everything, your clients almost respect you more, and they're more likely to want to come to you instead of you thinking that, oh, if I don't do this for them, they're not going to come back to me. If you do act the part and have them respect you more, they will almost desire you as their lash artist more. So it's almost a human thing. They want what they can't have. Okay. So that will be our last question for today. We do the full courses in person and online. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. We do also do a lot of free education through our podcast. It's called the Yegi Project. You guys can follow it on Instagram and TikTok mainly. It's brand new, but we do share a lot of business tips on there as well. With that said, I will see you guys next month. We will announce the date very, very shortly. But thank you for tuning in. Those of you that are here live, I appreciate you. Yeah, have a great day and rest of your week. I will talk to you guys next month. Bye. Okay.